Did you know that they have shown in research that connecting to positive emotions regularly, so doing things that encourage you to feel or initiate those kind of emotions in within you, help you experience them, things like gratitude, compassion, love, kindness, happiness. Oh, well, happiness is a little different. All of those things, they've actually shown that they do these incredible things in our body, like improve our heart rate variability and decrease stress and can lead to longevity and all kinds of cool stuff that research has actually shown about this. What we don't always do is know how to access them. So on this Thought of the Week, we're going to talk about that. If you don't know me, I'm Dr. Alex. I am a chiropractor. I also, last year, got a master's degree in positive psychology, which is one of the most fascinating things I've ever studied, and where I learned a bunch of this stuff about how positive emotions can actually influence our health and our life. And I quickly want to dispel the belief that positive psychology, or using that term positive, means that you're walking around ignoring how you really feel and singing everything is awesome all the time, every day. It's not about that. What it is about is, typically in psychology, we tend to focus on the things that go wrong or the problems, depression, anxiety, a lot of the things that can be struggles. And this isn't to invalidate any of those or to say that that's not a real part of life either. What positive psychology looks at is this other spectrum of emotions that we have, because we have the whole gamut. It's not that we are only negative or only positive. And on any given day, we can experience everything all across the board in the whole slew of emotions, especially if we're paying attention to how we actually feel, which is something I've had to learn over the years. So I wanted to really quickly introduce this concept of a positivity portfolio. And this comes from Dr. Barbara Fredrickson, who's someone who's done a lot of research on the health benefits of positive emotions. And you can find all that by Googling her. But what a positivity portfolio is collecting in some place things that help elicit a positive emotion for you. We all can choose how to engage with our emotions. It may not feel like it at times, but we actually can. And so things like music or photos, or if visualization works for you, visualization. The idea is that you build this portfolio of things that you can connect to on any given day to elicit feelings of love, gratitude, appreciation, joy, compassion. All of these things go into creating this experience of positive emotions. And when we do it consistently, we can actually start to really impact our health and our stress and undo the years of chronic long-term stress that we have in our body. So my invitation for you this week is to start to work on your positivity portfolio. And I would love to hear what some of those things are for you. One of mine is memories of walking down the beach in Maui. It could be that moment when, if you're a mom, when you first hold your baby for the first time. It could be a pet. It can be a lot of different things. It could be songs that remind you of your childhood, remind you of a fun time in your life. Sometimes those trigger sad memories too, so just being clear on what that is. But when you intentionally connect to these every single day, you'd be really surprised what starts to happen with your overall health, your well-being, all those things. So that's this week's Thought of the Week, and we will see you next week.